Mark Barrows with Christ in Action, because it is well, Pastor Mark Barrows.
Yes, faithful, it is well with our souls. It is well with us in every way.
Praise God for another day.
Yeah, it's a terrific Tuesday, and of course, we're giving thanks because we know it's well because of our Lord Jesus.
And we thank you for your ministry and for this powerful word that you are bringing to the Tennessee Valley. So, Tennessee Valley, if you will, get ready for Pastor Mark Barrows with Christ in Action.
All right, indeed, delighted, as we say, to be bringing news that we and the people can all use. We got it. We got it. We got to report it. It's the report of the Lord and the prophet Isaiah, who says, "Who has believed our report? And to whom is the arm of the Lord revealed? He was wounded for our transgressions, bruised for our iniquities. The chastisement of our peace was upon him, and that by his stripes we are healed." You know, friend, we call this Holy Week as we celebrate the resurrection of our Lord and his sufferings and what he did for us. And it's important for us to know the what of went down, but it's also, I think, perhaps most important to know the why. The evidence of how God sees you and values you is what we're celebrating this week, the gift of his own son. As the Apostle Paul reasons with us from Romans chapter 5, he says, peradventure, for a good man, one would dare to die, or if a person is a righteous person, that one would give up their life for them. But God commended his love towards us. He commissioned it. He put it on display. He painted this picture in Jesus of his great love for us, in that while we were still sinners, he died for us, that we might live through him. And we celebrate this for this reason, and it's part and parcel of this ongoing series that we're in called By God, Like God, because we want you to identify as by God, like God, BGLG, that his commitment to you and Christ's commitment to you as well is why God sent his son and why Jesus gave his life. And so then, friend, with this, as we see ourselves as he sees us, we can then know our value. We can know how we are made and what we are made for, just the depth and the riches of the unconditional and unwavering love of God that is given towards us, that is his own heart towards us. The Apostle John reminds us in 1 John 4 that we love him because he first loved us. You know, in John chapter 12, Mary and Martha, as Jesus was getting ready to enter into the city, they were preparing a feast, a supper. And Lazarus, whom he had raised from the dead in John 11, after 3 days, was there with them. There he was their brother. And Mary had this expensive box of perfume, this alabaster box. And she broke this open and she began to wash Jesus's feet and to dry them with her hair. And she was worshiping and he was honoring him. The people didn't quite understand it, not even Jesus' own disciples, but Jesus knew what was happening and what was going on. Well, this Mary was grateful. She was grateful because of what the Lord had done for her. She was grateful for what he had done for their family. She was grateful for how he had raised her brother from the dead, Lazarus. But I think even more than that, she was showing his death. She knew him. She was one of the first one on the day of the resurrection at the tomb, observing and looking for him, and to know that he had been risen from the dead, raised from the dead. What do you want me to get out of this? I want you to see and know the value that God places on you. You know, I believe as we see this more and more clearly, we will readily identify as by God, like God. And as such, we will walk our lives out after the design, the calling, the purpose the high standard of excellence of himself, that he has made us like him, and look for it in every dimension of your life of being, and be an expression of the same in this world and in the lives of others. This has been an outreach of Connected Church. Connect with us, connected-church.com. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and of course right here on this Gospel Explosions outreach to the Tennessee Valley and beyond every single day, where the dream of change is alive and Jesus is our joy. Because together, you and I are the difference that makes the difference as we awaken to God's purpose of knowing him and his love for us, and mobilize to his mission of making him known and sharing his love with others. That's good news on this terrific Tuesday, faithful.
Amen. Could have said it better myself. Great job, Pastor. Great job, as usual.
Yes, ma'am. Just delighted to be partnering with you to explode the gospel all over the Tennessee Valley.
Are you getting ready for Easter?
Yes, ma'am. Excited about it and looking forward to it. How about you and your family?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Getting prepared. I'm ready to roll, as they say. I am ready to roll.
Yes,
So what's
indeed.
going on at your church?
Well, we're going to, of course, be celebrating this Easter Sunday. We're going to be celebrating the Lord, and we're going to be having communion and a time of fellowship together there, and just a time in the Word, celebrating Him, and we'd love to invite people to come, and let's share and celebrate Him together.
Amen. Your service started. What time did you say?
10:15.
10:15. Okay. All right.
Yes, indeed. And we're at 5650 Sanderson Street, Northwest, the Connect Center, Huntsville, Alabama, 35805, right near Mid-City.
Well, all right. I'm going to show up and show out one day.
All right. Well, we're always
I'm
excited.
surprised you.
We're always excited to see you come, and everyone who shows up is just, we're privileged and honored to serve you.
Amen. With that said, have a great day on purpose.
Yes, ma'am. You got an agreement. We'll do it. Bye-bye for now.
Bye-bye.
All right. Well, listen, indeed, today, you are the reason that he came. That's the why. We know the what, and we talk about the what often, but you're the why. Why, oh, you, me, every one of us, we are the why. Now, yes, it was a gruesome and ugly and painful suffering and death that he did, but it's a measure of the greatness and the intensity of the love that God has for us. And so we should celebrate the King and his commitment to us. Well, all right, indeed, we'd love to see you this upcoming Sunday. So we celebrate Jesus all the time, but we would love to just share in that celebration with you this Sunday and every Sunday, and to share communion as we remember the body and blood of the Lord Jesus, and the health and healing and wholeness and provision, protection, all the things that are ours because of what he did, and understanding he did it all for us. All right, remember this, as always, God loves himself some you, and we do too. You matter to God, and you matter to us. Have a great Tuesday on purpose. Bye-bye for now.